Brought to you by GTA, your island, your network.
Carol Darlow is a chair of the Guam Advisory Panel for Students with Disabilities, also known as GAPS. She raised several concerns to education officials earlier this month on what she says are unmet needs of students at Guam's public schools. Her first concern is that only 2% of students with disabilities are performing at proficiency levels in math and reading.
So our concern is that the older our kids get, the further behind they get because they are not receiving tutorial services at all.
To address this, she said she hopes to see more schools with tutorial services, just as was successfully implemented at MU Lujan Elementary. Her second concern is that students with disabilities aren't being kept in the regular classrooms.
As the children get older, go to middle school and then on to high school, there's a larger likelihood that they're going to be placed into the resource room for all of their studies. This is not acceptable. With accommodations and modifications, almost all of these students can perform satisfactorily in the regular classroom. The problem is our teachers aren't trained.
She said DOE is not doing enough to provide professional development training in this area. Lastly, she's concerned that transition plans required for high school students are not being implemented.
A transition plan which will pass them on into employment after high school, training, or post-secondary education. So more and more of our students are graduating and they're not ready to be employed, they're not in any kind of a training program, and they cannot enroll at GCC or UOG because they don't meet the requirements.
She said without addressing these issues, the widening gap will make it difficult for students to succeed after high school. Darlow has met with Acting Superintendent Joe Sanchez, as well as the Guam Education Board, to discuss her concerns. Sanchez said he will work with GAPS to put together a forum for parents so DOE can hear their concerns firsthand. Darlow also encourages parents to join GAPS, which meets every second Wednesday of the month at 12 p.m. To join, you can contact Laura Tysapik at the Division of Special Education. Reporting for Guam's News Network, I'm Isa Baza.
Brought to you by GTA, your island, your network.